Welcome back, everyone. Hi, if you're new, I'm Tori, and this is going to be the start of a little bit of an everything vlog, a hellbent reading vlog, and also getting this room that I'm in right now together vlog. I'm still settling into the house and still cleaning up a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of that going on in this vlog as well. So you're gonna see me put together that fourth bookcase that's behind me right there, and then also have little hellbent updates scattered here and there. So actually this intro that I'm filming right now is something that I'm filming at the very end of the vlog because I realized that I still did not have an intro for this video. So you will see me look exactly like this at the very end when I wrap up Hellbent. So I did finish the book throughout this vlog, and as you will see, I have some very, very mixed feelings about it, unfortunately. It was good, so just know that going in, I did like it, but I did not love it. And I think that's kind of a disappointment given that it was like the most anticipated release for me for the year. So yeah, it was good, but not great. But I hope you enjoy kind of all of my little thoughts throughout the video. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of an everything in the kitchen sink vlog. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's get into it. Okay, so today is Saturday. And I have a lot of work to do in this library. I'm gonna get rid of these boxes today. Like, I've been saying that for a long time, but it really is time for them to go now. And then also later today, I have a fourth bookcase coming from IKEA. So I'm gonna put that right there, fill out the wall, and yeah, just tidy up some things in here a little bit. So that's the plan for today. All right, so IKEA just left, and this is massive, and somehow I am going to get it all the way up the stairs. So wish me luck. Let's go.
A few moments later.
All right, so change of plans. I cannot get this up the stairs. So what I'm gonna do, I am just gonna open it up right here in the foyer, and I'm gonna carry the pieces up one by one because there is absolutely no way I can get this box up the stairs. It is so heavy, and I tried to lift it, did not work. My shoulder was like, absolutely not. And I tried to like slide it, and that didn't work, and it just started sliding back down. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna break the shelf before I even get it upstairs. So I'm gonna go get my box cutter, and we're just gonna do it like that. All right, great. I got the box open. This I can manage. So probably gonna take maybe like 2 or 3 trips to get it up the stairs, and then we'll be ready to go. All right, so I got all the pieces up here, and in the grand scheme of things, that wasn't terrible. I made about 5 trips up and down the stairs, but now I'm just gonna like sit here until like my breathing returns to normal, and then I can start putting these pieces together. I got my little toolbox here and ready to go. My mom got this for me. Shout out to Mom. She's been coming through. My mom has been over here helping out every day, helping me get my life together over here. But this right here is going to be a solo job. So I'm going to do my best and put this together. I put together these 3, but it's been a long time. So I'm gonna have to probably take my time with this one and just get started. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm about to get started with this. And this is just the Billy bookcase. I know I'm very original, and no other booktuber has even heard of this bookcase before. Where's the first page? Here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Let's make sense of this. All right, so we got ourselves a bookcase. It looks so good next to the other ones. So now I'm just going to put the shelves in, and we'll see the final result. Okay, so we still have kind of a long way to go in order to fill up those other 2 shelves. What I've been doing is I've been taking books that I have on their side from these shelves and turning all of them am I trying to say? Turn them all like vertically. And I've been moving those onto those shelves. I also took the Game of Thrones series out of the box. I'm gonna end up rearranging a lot of this. I just need to see kind of like what's what first. But yeah, it's coming along. I also feel like I want to get rid of some books. Like I'm in an unhaul mood at the moment, but yeah, this is what it looks like. Getting everything on the shelf, getting everything in order, and it didn't take too long. It took about like an hour, maybe an hour and 15 to put together the fourth shelf, and I think it looks pretty good. Cooper, you going to your new home, baby? You're not feeling that? Okay. Look at this. Are you excited? Say, what is going on? What is this place? You don't want to come out the back? Oh, she has fluffy fear. Oh my goodness. It's okay. I hear your toys coming out. That's a little crooked. I need a real phone stand to put this on top of, but I'm just down in the kitchen right now. I am gonna read a little bit more of Ninth House tonight. I think Ninth House, Hellbent. I'm gonna read a little bit more. I think I want to at least get to page like 150, 175 before I end up calling it a night. And yeah, just see how far I get tonight and we'll go from there. But it still has that vibe that I love from Ninth House. It still is so atmospheric. I'm enjoying Lee Bardugo's writing. But just Alex as a character, she's already grown so much from book one. Like her personality is coming out a lot more. But she's like starting to interact more with, or letting people a little bit closer to her than, you know, what she was doing in Ninth House, which I've really been enjoying so far. So I'm loving the friendships and how they're developing so far in this book. I'm loving just how dark things are getting already and how creepy things are. So the plan is just to keep reading as much as possible tonight. I don't know how much reading is going to be done tomorrow because there's a lot happening. A lot of errands to run tomorrow. I'm still cleaning up boxes and throwing out stuff from upstairs. People coming back out to the house to look at a few things. And then The Last of Us is coming on. So it's gonna be a busy weekend. I probably really won't be diving into it again until like sometime on Monday, but tonight is gonna be a really good reading sprint and we'll see how far we get. I'm about to sit down in a moment and pick up Hellbent, but before I do, I can't believe it. I screamed when I saw this email come in. This is The Tyranny of Faith, which is book 2 in the Empire of the Wolf trilogy by Richard Swan. Oh my God, The Justice of Kings, if you guys didn't know, is my favorite fantasy book of 2022. It was incredible, and Hellbent and The Tyranny of Faith are two of my biggest, most anticipated 2023 releases this year. And the fact that I have both of them right now in the same weekend is just a little bit unreal. So I cannot believe I have this right now. The Tyranny of Faith, I believe, comes out on February 10th. So I definitely will be reading this before the release so I can get my thoughts out to you guys. But yeah, just a huge shout out to Orbit, NetGalley, just for this e-arc. This is incredible. I was not expecting that, but I'm gonna dive back into Hellbent and we're gonna keep it moving. Also, before I start reading, this couch, well, it's not a couch, but this big like lounge chair, it was originally meant for my library, but then the delivery guys got here and it wouldn't fit through the library door. So now this chair is in my room, which was not the plan, but it's actually grown on me. I kind of like just sitting in here at night and I can just roll from the chair to the bed to go to sleep. It's definitely taken some getting used to with it being in this spot because I was just like, I had a plan, I had a whole vision for the chair that I wanted in the library. So now it's like back to the drawing board and I have to find another chair. But I love this chair so much. I have quite honestly been sitting in it like several hours a day, just like writing and reading and everything. And yeah, it's great. So it is growing on me in this room and I'm kind of happy with it in here. Hey guys, so just a quick check-in for Hellbent. It's going really well so far. I'm really enjoying it. I will say though, I have some little nitpicky things here and there. Just first of all, it is not as good as Ninth House. And so like, yeah, it's not there. But with Ninth House, between the long wait between Ninth House and now, and just the way things ended with Ninth House, there's so much to do in this book. There's so much to accomplish. I feel like the stakes are a little bit higher in this book. But because of all of that, I don't really know how to put this into words, but it feels like Leigh Bardugo is kind of in a rush writing this book. Like, it feels like she has a very clear end goal, but things are moving very quickly. And not even just like kind of story beat to story beat, but just even within paragraphs, the movement is just constantly going. It's really interesting. And it's also very noticeable because Ninth House was not, at least for me, Ninth House did not feel like this. Like Ninth House, everything was brand new to us. Alex was very new to us. And Alex had so much baggage, and she had such a dark history that unfolded throughout Ninth House. And on top of learning about Alex, we were learning more about just Yale itself and all of the different societies at Yale and just kind of the larger plot that was going on in Ninth House. And so the majority of Ninth House is filled with so many great moments of just detail, so many great moments of prose, and it just feels like the story unfolds at just this very natural pace. But Hellbent feels a little bit different. It feels like Leigh Bardugo is like, you guys already know Alex, you know Yale, you know her personality, like let's go. I have an end goal, let's get there. And it really is the feeling of reading this book. And I say it's still good because Leigh Bardugo is a really great storyteller. She is a great storyteller, she's a good writer, and because of that, Hellbent is good. It's gonna be good, just regardless. And like I said, I am enjoying Alex more. She's getting she feels a little bit more vulnerable in certain situations, and she's getting a little bit closer to certain characters and just opening up more. So that's good to see her character developing in that way. But yeah, just the writing and kind of the overall pacing of it is a little bit different. The atmosphere and the tone of it is still like on point. I think Leigh Bardugo just nails that. I'm loving what's going on. I love the whole vibe of the story. I'm enjoying that aspect of it. But yeah, just little things are just sticking out to me here and there. And I think because the pacing does feel a little bit quicker in this book from moment to moment. And that's the thing. It's like, it's more from moment to moment. Like within paragraphs, things move very quickly and there's always some kind of like motion going on. Like for example, you know, let me think of something. Like Alex, let's say Alex walks into a room and she goes to like open up the window. And it'll say something like, oh, the cold breeze of autumn like came in. And it'll say something like, well, I guess summer's over. And then the next sentence, Alex is like already out of the room and on to the next thing. I feel like we're not getting like time to really sit in a scene or sit in a moment. So just kind of general observations there. But again, it's still good. Like I'm happy. I'm happy to be back in this world. I really am enjoying it, but just again, coming off of Ninth House and just how much I love Ninth House, something like that is very noticeable to me, so. So I'm gonna give you guys a little update on how the library is coming along. There's Cooper just chilling up there. What you doing? You like being up there? You having a good time? Okay. Go ahead, don't let me interrupt you. So far, this room is like a very small source of my anxiety. I know it's a work in progress, still little mini projects to happen, but just there are so many immediate things that need to happen in this room that I just have not had a chance to get to yet. I really want to get rid of that rug. That rug kind of bothers me because it's so small and it just doesn't look right. And then also it's kind of cluttered in here, as you can see. I have these lit fic books over here, and they're just kind of hanging out because I have no idea what to do with them. I have built-ins downstairs, but there's already literary fiction on those shelves, and I don't want to clutter it up because it's going to be like knickknacks and actual like more home decor on those shelves. And then there's no space over here, and even if there was, this is just like all sci-fi and fantasy. So these are just kind of chilling for the time being until I can find something to do with them. And then that painting down there, I'm still trying to figure out where that should go. So that's just on the floor, unfortunately. So when I'm filming, you guys see at this background behind me that looks so put together, just know that it is an absolute dumpster fire behind me. I brought my desk and my iMac upstairs. It was downstairs in this space that I was kind of using as an office. But after a while, with just so many people in and out and trying to maneuver around me, and I'm trying to have Zoom meetings while people are in and out, it was not working. So I was like, I need some quiet, and I just brought the iMac and the desk upstairs. And I think I'm just gonna stay up here now because I don't want to move it again. And then this lamp right here, the shade is somewhere downstairs, but I just brought it up really quickly because I needed a good source of light when I was on Zoom meetings, since my back is to the window. So that illuminates me pretty well when I'm on Zooms for work. The ring light is okay, but it's just, you can see a big ring in my glasses, and I think it's kind of distracting when I'm on Zoom. So here, but yeah, this is just kind of awkwardly placed in random cords everywhere. And that obviously needs to be changed out. And then down here, you know, just more paintings to find places for. And then I have some filming equipment over here. So still a work in progress in here. So right now, I don't sit in here and read at all. I only come in here to film videos and basically head out because that chair is so uncomfortable. After 20 minutes, my butt starts to hurt and I'm like, I can't sit in here. And then I don't know if I told you guys this, I think I did, but the media chair that I bought did not fit through the door. It was gonna go like in that corner, so I could just sit in the corner, be across from the shelves, but that didn't work out. So eventually I am gonna need like another little like media chair that maybe isn't quite as wide and can get through the door. I am still reading Hellbent. I'm on page like 319 out of about, I think it's 480-ish pages, something like that. So I'm almost there, but it has taken me 2 weeks to read this book. And I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I have not had a chance to read anything since I finished, what was it? Iron Gold by Pierce Brown. So I got in like 3 really good books. And then when Hellbent came out, it just all came to a halt. A lot of that is just due to the fact that I'm still like getting settled into the house and everything. And I'm so tired. Man, around the second week of January, so around the time Hellbent came out, like it has just been a revolving door in here. I've had painters, electricians, Comcast has been out here so many times. They were actually just here this morning because we're still trying to figure out some things with the camera on the front of the house. So they were out here again, and it's been back and forth, furniture deliveries and just all kind of stuff going on. And on top of that, my sleep has been so off. I feel like I look so tired. My sleep has been so off. I think maybe just because of the newness still of everything that my sleep has been so out of whack. I either haven't had a chance to really sit down and read, and then by the time I do sit down and read in the evening, I read about like 2 pages and then I pass out. So it has been very, very touch and go, and I have just been piecemealing this vlog together over the course of the last couple of weeks. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm not enjoying it, that I'm not excited about Hellbent, because I definitely am. I love not only Alex's character and the different layers of her character that we're getting to see in this book, but the side characters are actually becoming some of my favorites. Like Dawes, I really liked her in Ninth House, but in Hellbent, I really love her. And we're seeing Alex get closer with her roommate, one of her roommates. I love these side characters, and I think the group that she has aligned herself with in this book are bringing out different parts of her that are really, they've been really interesting. Sometimes I do feel like Alex is getting overshadowed because the other side characters are really strong in this book. And so she doesn't feel like she's in the forefront of the story the way she was in Ninth House. But I still love the fact that we're getting to see like a different side of her and you know, getting to see what it looks like when she truly starts to care for somebody. Also, the book is creepy. I love thematically what, Leigh Bardugo has been doing with religious themes, and sometimes some of the descriptions and the way that she pulls those themes into the actual like story, it's kind of creepy. So there have definitely been some moments, some descriptions, some scenes where I have gotten like full body chills because I'm like, oh, you didn't need to write it like that. Like, it would be really nice to wrap this book up today. That's kind of my goal, but we'll see like if I can stay awake long enough to do that. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, I don't think I even filmed an intro for this vlog. I just started filming clips. So I'm probably gonna do that at the end when I actually finish the book and then film the intro. Okay guys, I'm almost done with Hellbent. Probably have about just another hour or so left in the book, maybe a little less than that, but it's good. It's good, but I keep saying this. It is not as good as Ninth House. Not at all. It's very cold in my room. It's not as good as Ninth House. I can't really put my finger on why. I think maybe the pacing is a little bit uneven in this book. Like, we have the main storyline happening with Alex trying to, Alex setting out to accomplish what she wanted at the end of Ninth House and trying to save somebody. That has taken up, that's been the whole book so far for Hellbent, and her working with this small group of friends, acquaintances in order to try to make that happen. But there's also like little subplots here and there that I'm not really seeing the value in. There's another mystery that's at the heart of the story, another set of murders that have happened in the book. And so that's taken up a little bit of the subplot. And it's like, okay, like, where's this going? How's this all tied in? And then there's another subplot with, I'm trying to think of how to say it without like spoiling. There's another subplot with people who are still alive in Alex's home in LA who are trying to get something out of her. One character in particular who is trying to like force her to do certain things. And I'm not as interested in those characters from LA in the way that I was interested in her home life in Ninth House, in her past, not her home life, but her past in Los Angeles in Ninth House, because those were told more so in like flashback chapters, and we got to know characters like Lynn and Helly and things like that through flashbacks. But now in Hellbent, the characters from her home are more infused into her present day, and I don't really care. I don't know how else to say that. I don't really care about them like that. I don't care about that plot line. I'm more so interested in what Alex is trying to accomplish and the person she's trying to save in Hellbent. So I feel like because of that, for me, the pacing has not been that steady. And then also the experience of reading Hellbent kind of feels like, I'm almost 400 pages into the book. So clearly something has happened in 400 pages, but it's the kind of reading experience where you feel like nothing is happening until you really sit down and like think about what the characters have been through. And I'm not sure if I love that. There is a character in here who I just thought was a little bit sus. And it's come out that something is not quite right. And so now things are like heating up a little bit. I'm like, oh, what is going on? This is about to get wild. Let's go. So after like 400 pages, we're finally getting into the thick of it. Like, and the book is almost over, which is just, it's nuts. On the other side of things, when I think about the journey so far, I've loved the atmosphere. I've been so unnerved by the way that Leigh Bardugo weaves in biblical references and hell and things like that into the story. It's really, some scenes are actually very, very creepy. So I mean, the atmosphere is there, the writing is there, the character development is there, but there is something about the way that the pace of the story feels and how I think we're spending not too much time, but spending more time than I would like on things that I just don't care about in this book. I mean, your reading experience could be totally different, but I think if you're looking for something like a sequel to match that level of Ninth House, Hellbent is good, but I don't think it's quite there. But we'll see how it ends. I will check in one more time when the book is over, and I hope you have been enjoying this vlog. I'm probably gonna take a nap. Quite honestly, I'm so cold. I'm gonna take a nap and then wake up and finish this book. So I will check in with you guys a little bit later. I have napped, I have showered, I have eaten, and I feel a little bit better. And I have finished Hellbent. I feel like this this could be too easy, but I genuinely do have very, very mixed feelings on this book. I think mostly it's because though this was my biggest, most anticipated read of 2023. Like I've been waiting on Hellbent since I finished Ninth House and loved it back in 2019. So I was like, this is going to be it. Like this is going to be the best sequel I've ever read in my life. It's going to be incredible. And it wasn't that. It was good, but it wasn't up there where I was thinking we were going to be. And that's fine. That's fine. Like I still like this. I'm excited for book 3, but just the journey of Hellbent just felt very meandering. Like I was saying in an earlier update, in actual scenes and actual like moments are happening, they go by so quickly. But the story itself, the actual pace of the book is very slow, very meandering. And it, like I said before, it really does have that feeling of like, how have 480 pages gone by? Like what exactly has happened? It leaves you like with that feeling of you read so much and not really anything. So those are my, I guess, cons about the book. There are a lot of pros though. A lot of the pros about it are the things that I liked about Ninth House. So I like Alex, I like the environment, I like the overarching story of it. I like the side characters in this. Also in this book, what I really enjoyed was this like darker look into the societies, and you do get a little bit more history about them, and the societies' racist histories are touched on, the way that they acquired a lot of their power and things like that. So I thought those aspects of the book were really fascinating and I enjoyed that. But as an like overall story, Hellbent was okay. I think because the characters are so focused on one, you know, like coming out of Ninth House, you know what the goal is for this book. And that really is like all that they're doing in this book, and just kind of the turns that they take to get there, all the research that they do, the little subplots that come into play. All of that wasn't as interesting as I was hoping it would be. Unfortunately, I think it just kind of knocked a little bit of the excitement out of me. But like I said, overall, like I did like it. I just didn't love it. And like I've been saying throughout this vlog, it is definitely not on the level, for me at least, that Ninth House was. But I am curious to read the third book. I really hope this is a trilogy. I don't know if this is going to be a series or not, but I really hope that book 3 is going to be the end. I just don't, at this point, I don't even see how she could possibly stretch it into 4 books. I think even 3 is pushing it. I think this easily could have been wrapped up with like a duology. So yeah, we'll see where it goes. But yeah, overall it was good, just not great. But I'm happy I read it. I'm glad we finally have Hellbent in our hands. And it was a long wait. Was it worth the wait? I'll leave that up to you. So that is it for me, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching this vlog. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.